Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Josh, and I am wanting to show you guys a video that I just made here in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. I'm visiting my hometown, hanging with some old friends, and I wanted to make a video on creativity, following your passion, and bringing forth massive value to the world and putting yourself out into the world. So I just want to say about the video that it's a little bit scattered. It was kind of off of the cuff when I recorded it. I'm going to do some jump cuts and hopefully distill some of the information, but I hope you guys get some value out of the video. And without further ado, let's jump into it. All right. What is going on, everybody? I'm here in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. I want to make a video on following your passion. I spent a lot of time chasing the money, going after success, doing that sort of thing. And what I realized is that something that Steve Jobs said, which is that you have to love what you do or you're not going to get very far at it. You're not going to have the perseverance to stand tough when you run into obstacles because you don't truly believe in what you're doing. And that's why money is such a distraction, is because we see the shiny object, we want to move toward it, we want to have the success, we want to ball out of control with our friends and go travel the world and live a free lifestyle. But what we don't realize is that by doing that, we're actually narrowing our field of vision to only what is going to make us money. And that type of thinking actually destroys creativity. There was a study that was done called the Candle Test. It was a creativity test. What they did was they took a box of tacks and a candle, and you basically had to attach the candle to the wall. People who were thinking creatively would dump the tacks out of the box, and they would tack the box to the wall and then set the candle inside of it. They had to think outside of the box in order to get the candle inside the box. What they found out from doing the candle trick was that if they offered the participants any type of cash reward, it would take them exponentially longer to solve the candle puzzle. And the more that they offered as a cash reward, the longer it took for people to solve the candle puzzle. What does that say? When you offer some type of cash reward, some type of material reward, it totally interrupts your abstract thinking process. It brings you from right brain, abstract creative thinking that's totally surrendered and just allowing to be in the moment, and it brings you into your logical brain, which is I need to figure it out this way. And it kind of puts these binoculars on where you're only seeing a certain trajectory, stepping outside of the boundaries of what has been accomplished before. So creative thinking. For me, creative thinking is all about imperfection, throwing stuff up on a board, kind of just blurting it out, seeing what comes out, seeing what message is trying to come through, and then refining it from there. It's kind of like Michelangelo sculpting a masterpiece, right? You slowly sculpt, and then you refine it, and finally you get finished product. You end up with a masterpiece. It's not what you're adding to the picture, it's about removing the things that are standing in the way from you coming up with your true and authentic creative voice. I'm realizing that my fear is the only thing setting the boundaries for who it is that I'm allowed to be, what it is that I'm allowed to become. And so when you realize that you're only fighting against yourself, you can start to actually make real progress. You're not using clever tactics to distract yourself from your fear. And when we begin to face our fears head on and do what it is that we feel passionate about and excited to do, that's when everything begins to change. That's what I'm working toward. I want to be creative. I want to be saying things that people have not said before, doing things that people have not done before. In order to keep ourselves safe and part of a tribe, in the past, we would have to conform to the hive mind, to the tribe, right? So we wouldn't want to have any thoughts, any ideas that rock the boat too much, because that could essentially get us kicked out of our circle, get us kicked out of our tribe. So we are hardwired to stay within the boundaries and conformity of the people around us. That actually shuts down our creativity. It holds us in place because we're too afraid to say how we really feel, do what we really feel. And so I think that's a major component to being successful in today's world, is having the balls to stand out, put yourself out there, say things that that may upset other people. That's what creativity is all about. It's about listening to the wisdom that's inside of you and bringing it forth to the world, giving it to the people, allowing yourself to be the things that are within, right? So one of the things that I like to say is that the $1 million or the $1 billion or whatever that massive amount of value of success is for you, it's not out there. It's not something that you go and find. That million or $1 billion is in here. The value is in here. We need to figure out how to bring it out. It's about reversing the flow of energy and basically taking what we have to offer and giving it to the world, offering massive value. It's about following the things that excite you. When you feel fear, that fear is almost always an indicator of where it is that you're needing to experience growth. The fear is not something that you're supposed to avoid, but that's from birth. We see things that we're afraid of and we shy away from them. We try not to experience them because we're afraid that it's going to be dangerous, right? It's not going to be a safe place. It's kind of like a boogeyman in the closet sort of thing, where when we're naive, we think that there's a boogeyman in the closet, right? We're deathly afraid of that, but all it takes is for us to turn on the light in the closet, go inside and see that there's no boogeyman, and then we've essentially shed light, and now we know that there's nothing to be afraid of. So that's kind of how it is in our adult lives, is that we have these things that we're afraid to do, and the way to dispel that fear is to actually go and do the thing that you're so afraid of. So that's what I'm doing right now with recording, putting myself out there, and it feels really good. It's all for me about following creativity, becoming passionate, and just letting forth flow whatever wants to come out. You know what I mean? It's like I could refine this video, I could re-record this video, but right now it's kind of just a rough draft. It's just kind of throwing it out there, see what sticks, see what's trying to come forth, and then refining it, chiseling it down until you have something that's valuable to offer the world. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I think that the infinite potential, the billion gajillion dollars of potential is in here. We need to figure out how to bring it out to the world, and that's when we're gonna experience true success. So anyway, thanks you guys. Thanks for checking it out. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace. Love you guys.